Oban area. I stayed just about 10 minutes from here at Cuil last night in the van. It was dark when I got there, it was a bit miserable this morning, but it was a really nice drive up yesterday, so that kind of made up for it. Of course, I'm here to find design inspiration, so what has caught my eye this morning? Well, as you can see on the beach behind me, it's actually a stone beach and it's mostly filled with rocks. This one here I actually picked up because you can see that it's like loads that have formed together. I don't know, so it's quite layering. It's like a stone that's been compacted. Obviously I'm not a stone expert, I'm just going off what I can see, and this one is slightly opposite, so it's very polished and almost like glass. Of course, this is a certain type of material that you might find commonly in houses, such as tiles, worktops, but is there any way that we can use them as design inspiration? So similar shades, one's very polished and one's got the edged layers, so I'm going to see what I can do with these to come up with a unique design feature in the home. And I'm not going to take them, I'm going to leave them here where I found them, but I've got loads of pictures to look back on. Whoa! Got my sketchbook, I've got a little pencil, and we're actually going to set a time limit on it today. I think 20 minutes should be enough to come up with something, so let's get the timer started and we'll see what design inspiration we can do. Ready? Let's go. Seven minutes and I actually think we're done. How fast is that? Here is our unique design feature. So let's just do a quick run through it while we're here. So we started off with our shape of the different layers. I thought I really wanted to hone into that. Came up with a wall paneling idea, so cutting wall panels but mixing materials, so maybe one would be a light material but then one would be dark. Also, how could we play with lights in that? I had an idea that instead of having the integrated lighting that we see that's really popular, could we have overhead spotlights direct into it, and that would, you know, reflect shadows and bounce them around. I don't know, that's something to look into a little bit further. Then we've just shown it in a little scene here as well. So obviously my sketching is to say that this points this way, this is this material, that's a different material. So yeah, and we've actually just decided to add in a sheer curtain at the side of that. I feel like this is quite a masculine structure because of all the ridges. So the sheer will just soften that up slightly. And if we think back to being on the rocky beach, we also had that other rock that was really light, and it was just really, like, it just felt really magical to hold. So a sheer curtain's just going to create that balance between the masculine and the feminine. So yeah, this is the first design inspiration that we've got. We'll go home and we'll see what materials we can come up with to create a little mood board idea for this, develop it slightly further, and yeah, I'm really happy with the first one. Let me know what you think and if you would have done something else too. here we have it, the final concept. So what a journey this one has been. We started in the outskirts of Oban, finding our design inspiration photos. Then we had a quick development in the van. Since I brought it home, I've really honed into the shapes that we found in the stones and the colours as well. So from this image here, you know, it looks like stone, but there's hints of golds and metallics in that as well. Then a whiter in the middle, and even on this side the stone has hints of orange in it, which I thought was really industrial and really masculine, so I really wanted to bring that into the design feature. I actually started by making a mock-up here of the shape and playing with that 3D structure. Of course, we used our favourite Muraspec wall coverings. We love them, there's so much variety, and especially for this project I found the ones that I wanted to use within like the first minute because their choices are just excellent. So came up with this little prototype here as well. And just to finish it off, we decided to do a little mood board for the room as a whole. So what would go with this and how would it blend into a full room design concept. So we've played again with some lighter fabrics just because this is quite heavy. That'll break it up around, you know, window coverings, and really bringing that orange in as a feature, which will actually complement that really well because there is some subtle hints of orange in this, and just bring it out.